Okay, great to get back to this point. I said on radio just a minute ago, just a lot of hard work and effort and sweat and a lot of other things went into, getting back to this point. And I'm proud of our guys for that and finish out the OVC play undefeated and give ourselves a chance, put ourselves in position to play at home during the playoffs and be the #1 seed. So that'd be huge. Hopefully we'll get that tomorrow. But just proud of what these guys have done. First and foremost, I say it, all the time off the field. They did an excellent job. Classroom, community service, things like that speaks volumes of the type of men they are and the way they represent our program. And I'm proud of that, first and foremost. And then this second, on the field play, for a bunch to go through and, you look around the country, even today, I've been hearing scores coming in. You look at, most teams have a letdown. Or 2 letdowns, and this bunch has been able to play consistent, and I think we played very well today. You take out a few turnovers offensively, and you get touchdowns on those drives, you couldn't have played much better. But defensively, outstanding performance. I mean, to hold, a team that's leading the country in passing, I hadn't really looked at their total yards, but okay, right at 400, 398, but. Great red zone defense. You hold them to 1 touchdown. I mean, great job defensively. And really the 1 touchdown was kind of a step up in the pocket and threw it up real high. It turned around. His receiver and the DB, ball got lost. So it was a deal where giving up that 1 touchdown was outstanding defensively. And we gave up a lot of some yardage, but it was able to keep them out of the end zone for the most part besides that 1. And then, like I said, offensively, I think the 3 turnovers was a big key. You don't have those, first 2 the first half, and we had a lot of drop balls. I don't know what the deal was with that. I mean, we usually spot on for us catching the football. We hadn't had a lot of drops, hardly any, even especially lately. But we had about 4 in the first half. 3 on the first 2 drives that kind of shut those drives down. So we got to get back to fundamental football with that and taking care of the football. But you going in, you won the game. You had to take a lot of chances in. You wanted to possess the football. You wanted to take care of the football, which we've done a little bit better job there. But hat off to Murray State, they made some plays and. They got a better team than what their record indicates. They've been in a lot of close games and lost, some overtime games and stuff like that. So they've come in and fought hard, but our guys did a really good job. And just looking forward to tomorrow and being off next week and getting everybody back healthy and ready for playoffs.
If it were the playoffs this week, some of your injured guys, would you have gone ahead and suited them up and let them try to play?
They would have. We held probably, I'd say probably 4 guys that probably would have played. But they're ready to go. It was just a deal where it was if we were playing in the playoffs and it was do or die situation that we would have played. We was fortunate enough we have enough depth on our team that we could hold them and afford to hold them this week and give them 2 weeks to get well, which is a good thing. So like I said, just looking forward to healing everybody up next week, and we'll treat next week just like a normal off week. With it being Thanksgiving, we'll probably come back in on the weekend after we practice a couple times during the week, and like I said, it's going to be good. It's going to be good to get this off week for sure.
Coach, I'm not sure if you knew this yet. You're now the only coach in OVC history back-to-back 8-0 seasons first 2 years. Thoughts on that?
Well, just blessed. It goes back to people. We got great people. We got a great coaching staff. We got great players. They make me proud every day, and just amaze me. Go back to that. Just a lot of hard work, and the way they represent us on and off the field is pretty special. And like I said, that's where all the credit goes. And I've said that since I've took the job, and every job I've ever been a part of. It's all about the people you got around you, and it's everybody. From our administration to just our whole university. We got a pretty special thing here, and it's good to be achieving great things.
Chris Landrum on senior day showed out a little bit. Dawson Wells and a bunch of seniors
It really did. And we played this game for them. We had a lot of implications around the game that it made it important. Finishing up OVC play undefeated, not losing your number one seed going in the playoffs, and that bye week. The bye week's big next week. But even more than that, our guys understood that. But it was for our seniors. It's a special bunch. They the winningest group ever. At this level, at this university, to go out to broke the record last year of last year's senior group. So it'll give next year's seniors something to shoot for. But they've won a lot of games, done a lot of good stuff. So just proud of those guys. It's hard not to get a little bit emotional when you talk about them, because you go down the list, you go, man, that's a great guy. You get to the next guy and you go, wow, that's the next. It's kind of like as they're coming out and you're shaking their hand out of midfield, you just class acts. They're going to be good. Do great things for their family. They're going to be good husbands, good dads, and just good community members. So I'm proud of them. And Chris Lanham's a great example of that. And so we talked about that a lot. This week, and especially last night and today. So I'm very, very excited for that bunch. And they're not through playing ball. They want to play for a while. Every coach we play sits there and talks about it's hard to find a weakness. I think every team has got things that you can improve on, and I think that's one of our biggest strengths is that we're continually looking for things to get better at. And I think that's the deal. You're never perfect, and you got things that the depth on our football team is really good because we've had several injuries and we're able to play through them and get through it. And it's just kind of that next guy up mentality, and they've done a good job of taking care of that. And like I said, we always got things that we can improve on and get better at. And going back to the 4 or 5 drop balls we had today, that's not us. That's not how we play. And the turnovers. So there's things we can get better at for sure. And I think going into the playoffs, it's not like it's been maybe the last 3 years, maybe 4 years. I don't know. I know the last 3. I think you've had North Dakota State, and then you got a Gap, and then you got everybody else. And I don't see that team out there, and I don't think we're that team. We don't care nothing about being that team. We want to go 1-0. We're back to a new season, and we're up. It's starting out. It's a clean slate, and you're one and done if you don't win. So I think it's much to be ready to do that. But saying that, like I said, I don't think there's that team out there that goes, wow, this bunch is going to win it unless they play bad. I think you've got probably 10 or 15 teams out there that are very capable of winning this thing, and it's going to be who's playing their best ball. And who's excited about playing, who's finding ways to get better, and who plays the best on any given Saturday. So hopefully, we can put together, a great Saturday, 2 weeks from now, in that second round, and then duplicate that the next week, and then do that 4 times. The best thing about the whole deal is we got a bye week, and we don't have to do it 5 times. We just have to do it 4 times. So that's huge for us, I think.